What's going on, guys? Anthony here with AC Fly Fishing. I'm going to give you some information and report on the fishing the last week or so up here in Northern California, kind of what we're looking forward to in the coming week or two. Summer is finally here. It's hot. The last few days have been over 100 degrees, so it's hot down here in the valley. It's been really nice to wet wade the Upper Sac, McCloud pit. It's been nice to get up there and a little bit of elevation and wet wade, leave the waders at home. Let's touch on the Lower Sac first. So that's kind of our bread and butter most of the year. It's our most productive trout stream up here. The summertime, I think, is probably the most underrated season that we have. A lot of people see the daytime temperatures and it's hot. If you're a fair weather fisherman, you might not want to make the drive up and fish in the heat. But the fact of the matter is some of our best fishing happens in the summer, afternoon and evenings. Late in the day, we can get some really good caddis hatches. I know the last few days we've had yellow sallies, caddis, PMDs, and even betas coming off. So when those bugs are happening like that, the fish chow with reckless abandon. They're not really picky. They eat it and hang on to it. And we've been experiencing that these last few afternoons. It's been good. The flows just recently dropped from 13,000 down to 10,000, which we're ecstatic about. That's a great summertime flow. 10,000 opens up a lot of water for us to fish. Allows us to get out of the boat in a few spots. And allows us to get those fish that maybe we weren't able to access in some of those spots at 13,000 like they were the last couple of weeks. So 10,000 is a great summer flow. It looks like it's going to probably stay there for the next couple months, which is awesome. We're fired up about that. That's really good news. But I think just touching on summertime fishing on the Sac, on the Lower Sac, has the potential to be really good, especially late in the day when we get those caddis hatching, those bugs moving. Fish will move up into really shallow, fast water, and it's a really dynamic time of year to catch them. We can catch them on a tight line rig. We can catch them with dry droppers. Late, just before dark, you can even get fish coming up and eating the dry fly. That window might only be 20 minutes. Some nights it might be an hour. But those are all the possibilities that we have in the summer up here. It's cool because there's usually not a lot of people around in the summer. So we like the quietness, and usually in the afternoons it's usually us and maybe another boat around. So the summers are one of our favorite times to get out here. If you can deal with some of the heat, I know guys look at the temperature, it's going to be 105, and I'm not sure if we should come up. If you're into catching some fish and experiencing some really good fishing, the fish are extremely hot in the summer. You're going to see your backing when you hit some of these big fish in shallow water. It's a really fun time to come up and do it. A few of the other rivers, Upper Sac is dropping in. I think it's just under 1,000 cubic feet per second now, so that runoff is subsiding a little bit. Those flows are dropping, which is going to open up a lot more water to get out and fish. We've kind of been constricted the last few weeks when the flows were up over 1,500 to not as much water to fish. So as those flows continue to drop, you're going to get a lot more access to more spots, more fishable water. So the Upper Sac's good. June is an excellent time to get up there. Stoneflies are flying around. We have sallies, we have caddis in the evenings. So as those flows continue to drop in the coming week or two, we're going to expect the fishing to be good up there. McCloud, I know the McCloud's been good. We've had a couple guys out there recently. The flows again on the McCloud have dropped quite a bit, so you're able to cross in spots and fish your typical summer water. Big bugs flying around right now. We have golden stones and big salmon flies, sallies too. So running and gunning and covering water with a dry dropper rig can be really good right now on the McCloud and the Upper Sac as those flows continue to come down the Upper Sac. Pitt River's been excellent too. We've had quite a few days up there, and that's been really fun. If you can get around a little bit, hike through some timber, wade aggressively and get to some spots that don't get touched, you can have some really good fishing there as well. Mostly eating the big stonefly, caddis, dark stuff, olive caddis, and black general attractors. Not super specific with bugs there, more of just covering water and putting it in the right spot. And then finally Fall River. So Fall River's been excellent the last few weeks as well. I know Jay and Bucko have been out there quite a bit, and they're finding good fishing in the river, and then some of the springs and some of the other stuff up there has been really good for some nice big quality fish too. Not a lot of dry fly fishing there yet, unless you're waiting until the evenings. The hecks are just starting, so that evening, that last 45 minutes of light can be really fun dry fly fishing. That big giant hex fly comes off and fish are swimming around the boat and gulping those things, which can be a whole hell of a lot of fun throwing that big dry fly. I think that's it for this week, guys. We're going to try and check in with you a little more frequently this summer as kind of conditions change and we're fishing different rivers, but that's most of it. We'd love to get some feedback from you guys, questions, thoughts. Comment below, leave us a comment. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and we'll keep feeding you some of this stuff. Thank you, guys.